he answers your question.
Hey, welcome back to Crossroads, a D&D 5th edition campaign. This is currently week number 10. This is part number 3.
And welcome back. The party just savagely murdered a religious sect. And, yeah. That's about it.
Sounds about right.
This. I'm not rewarding that behavior. They were peaceful cultists.
Right.
They couldn't harm anyone.
Right. They hadn't directly killed anybody.
Today.
So we left. Y'all rescued all of the future sacrifices, including little Timmy. And they had been mostly safe in getting their way back out of the sewer. All except for the really eager guy. He didn't make it. What did y'all do afterwards? Did you follow the crowd out? I know that one of your number had picked up something that they probably shouldn't have. But, you know, that's not for me to judge.
I would have looked around the rest of the room, so if there's anything interesting.
Can I get a roll for that?
You sure can.
Oh, good.
Except it is actually a 21. It's still legit.
That's legit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Finias, you're feeling around the room, checking everything out. And you notice back behind where the cauldron had been standing, there is a loose floor tile. What do you do?
I will... Does it look like it lifts up?
It looks like it lifts up.
I will lift it up.
You lift it up, a gas starts to fill the room.
Oop, time to go.
Okay. You notice that there was something down in there, but everyone begins to flee for their lives.
Can I hold my breath and, like, reach for it?
Sure. You hold your breath, reach in. You notice that it burns your hand as you're reaching down there. It's very painful, but
Okay.
you grab the bag.
Yeah.
And everyone flees. You leave it open and just keep going?
Well, if I would close it if I had the opportunity.
All right, you close it. Good. That won't be the end of Waterdeep now. That would have been great.
An open gas main?
What's worse is he probably just risked his life for like a porn stash or something.
Oh, yeah.
Goblins and halflings.
But you've got
so
the
small
bag,
after all.
and you flee, running down the hallway. In the gas, it's hard to tell where that 5-foot section was.
They all just fall off like lemmings. Shoving each other to get away.
So, who was in the hall when he lifted that? Anybody?
Was there anything interesting in the room, like, or was everything picked clean, basically?
It was pretty bare bones.
So I would have been in the hall.
All right, so as that towel lifted up, this dropped down to a slide and fed you right to the zombies.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. That would have been great, though, wouldn't
I
it?
still got a spell left.
You make it out of the sewer safely. I'm assuming that's where you were headed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was heading to keep an eye on the peoples if they're still there or whatever.
Yep. All but one make it out fine, thanks to your assistance.
Nobody liked him anyway.
Oops. Lord Timmy, no.
Yeah. You see a discarded wooden knight beside a pit trap. Thanks for nothing. No. No, it was just the lead guy. He fell. Everyone following behind. They went to rescue him, heard the screaming, decided better, jumped over, made their way out.
That's a little fucked up, but okay.
Well, by the time y'all are going, the screaming has gone down to a basic moaning.
Is there anything of value around here that we could sell?
Not in here.
Okay.
It seems that they weren't really in one of those cults that collects money so much.
Yeah.
There was going to be plenty of that around after they were done. They just go pick it up.
Right. The whole town full.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Making your way out of the sewer, you head into the poor district, where you've now cured the plague, right?
I don't know. Are people still...
Yes, there's people still sick.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
You'd have to cure one of them to know.
Uh-huh.
But do you know? I can't remember. It's not. There's no way of knowing, right? It's random.
Yeah, it's not really that clear. Guess it's just going to have to be something that you either maybe report or test on your own or just forget about and walk away. Leave them to their fate.
Yeah. All I know is I'm heading towards the inn because as far as I know, that's the closest place to get a bath.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Probably tell. What's his name? What's his name?
Ooh.
Him, guys. Dude with the
The
inn.
guy on the flyers?
No. The dude with the inn.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Mr. Important.
I figure we could talk to him after we get back.
Important name guy in another book, apparently.
Guy that owns the,
Yawning portal.
yeah.
That's the one.
I try.
Oh, because he is one of the sword lords, or the lords, isn't he?
Yes. As he says.
Durnan. Durnan? Yeah.
Yep. I think so. Pulling the book up. That might be important. So you're heading back to the Yawning Portal, or are you heading to the inn that y'all been staying in?
Well, does the yawning portal has rooms, doesn't it?
It does, but that's not where you've been staying.
That's where I've been staying.
I'd like
Okay,
to.
you've been staying. Not
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone else has been staying in separate areas.
I'm gonna go to the yawning portal
Okay.
first, before I go back to the inn where I've been staying.
Fair. How about you, Finias? You haven't been staying in either of these places. You have your own place.
I'll follow Maevis.
All right, so the party heads to the Yawning Portal. You still notice, like I said, as you're going to the poor district, it's not got a lot of traffic. Almost everyone seems to be sick and or dying. And poor and not able to pay your fees so often. So it's not really your problem if you think about it that way.
Durnan. That's his name.
Darren.
Durnan.
Durnan?
Yeah.
Durand.
I had to. With vengeance for the fireball song from earlier. Right. Yeah, you make it back without any difficulty. No one's really going to bother you since they're all dying.
Just like we left it.
Yep. You notice as you come in, the place is still fairly empty. He's keeping the bar. You're coming back out of the sewer. It's pretty late. Y'all been in there. Y'all went in late when everything was starting to kind of shut down. So coming out, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So most people have retired to their rooms. He's sitting at the bar, writing in some journal.
Walk in. Hey, Darren, how's it going?
He kind of just glances up at you as you're coming in and nods. Turns back to writing.
We had some fun down in the sewers. I think we found a cult that may have been behind the plague.
He looks up at you again.
Which way to pass?
He points out to the back.
My head that way.
Okay. All right. Finias is now clean. Nice of Finias.
You mean you could have done that the whole time?
What?
Maevis, what are you just standing there looking at this situation?
Yeah, kind of just
Oh,
assessing it.
fine. I'll do it on the rest of them.
All right, you clean them all. You're all clean.
Hey.
That's more fit for civilized company. So you said you found a cult.
Yeah, they worship the demon prince of undeath, Orcus.
Good
They were
place for
brewing
them.
something
Plan
down
to
below it.
cleanse the city in the name of the Blood Lord.
Blood for the blood god.
He looks questioningly at Finias after he pops out with blood for the blood god.
That's what they were saying.
So you handled it?
Yeah. Yeah, most of it.
It's been handled. Well, the cultists have been handled.
We'll see if the plague gets any better. But hopefully it can't get any worse.
What
Hey,
is the
Olaf,
undead?
what are you doing with that thing? You know, the goblet, Olaf?
I was going to take it to the church and have it examined.
Olaf, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea.
Didn't say
All on
it was
your own.
Huh?
All on your own. That's not really something you want to do.
Not something I was telling the truth about either.
Okay, good.
Examined and destroyed, or?
See what Lady Joaquin decides to do with it.
So destroyed?
If that is her will.
It's my will. So
I mean,
you'll-
there may be something about it may be of use to reverse this plague. I mean, you can't just go destroying magical items willy-nilly until you know what they do.
I
Can't
know
you?
of a kindly lady elf that would buy it from you.
I don't like the DM giggling.
He's scaring me.
So I imagine your services are free from this point out?
Seems like you guys get in enough trouble. It's interesting enough. We can work out a good discount. Nothing in life is free.
Then I'll have that chalice back, please.
Ah, but the chalice was received before.
Chalice? It's not just yours.
As I said, it needs to be taken to the temple.
Well, we can work out payment right now. Like I said, free, or give me the chalice.
I'm fine with either of you keeping the show.
Free it is.
Fair enough.
And the claws sink in. Anyway, so now that that's dissolved and y'all figured that out. So
What's
you
the name
think,
of, can I just interrupt for a second? Since I lost my book a while ago.
Mhm.
What's the name of your other dwarf that I know? Your dwarf.
Oh, that dwarf.
Yeah.
Fozzie.
Thanks. Do we know of any way to reach him?
He told you of a certain beggar you could talk to near the gate if you needed to find him
Okay.
for business.
Okay. I'll say, all right, if you'll excuse me. I'm going to go talk with someone I know and then retire for the evening. Can I see you guys tomorrow?
Yeah,
Here,
come.
maybe?
I have a room here. I'll be here.
I'll meet up with you guys here.
You'll be what?
I'll meet up with them here, is what I say.
Okay. So you head back to your place.
Yeah.
All right, Lyko, you go to your Olaf. You go to your room here.
As we exit, Finias and I'll let Finias know I'm going to talk to the contact that Fozzie told us.
Okay.
Just to let him know
Mhm.
in case I disappear.
Did the tavern owner, the Lord of the Waterdeep, did he want any more information?
After they start to head off, he does kind of call you over to get some more info. He was letting y'all argue out the chalice thing on your own. That's none of his business. But if they had something to do with the plague, he did want more information. So he's going to question you.
Yeah. I'll give him a rundown of the cultists and Orcus and...
You notice that partway through your conversation, he stops writing in his book and starts writing on a sheet of paper.
Now, did I figure out the vampire thing? I mean, they never told me it was a vampire, but I mean,
he got staked and turned to ash.
That would kind of ding the whole undead thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I will fill him in on that. You know, they were sacrificing a vampire and putting it in the cauldron, but once we kicked the cauldron, killed the spellcaster and kicked the cauldron over, the cult, everything seemed to diffuse.
Yeah. He offers you a drink while you're there discussing it.
Yeah. I do warn him to keep an eye out that he may want to sponsor a young child. I give him a description of the young king.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm under the impression he's a fledgling spellcaster.
Okay. That's fair. He pours you a drink. He pours himself a drink as he's going. You accept it?
Yeah.
All right. You notice as you're going through the conversation and telling him things, he's looking at you. He starts looking at you strangely. You look to the hand where you were holding the mug and you've got the chalice.
Huh. Interesting. I look, is it still the same drink?
It seems to have the drink in it. Surely there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I already have one curse on me, so what's the second?
Right. So, we'll come back to that later.
I'm going to grab another cup, pour it out, and then drink from the...
Okay.
I have two cups. Yeah. See if
You
the chalice teleports between the two.
You take that cup, you take the mug that still has your drink in it, almost seemingly untouched.
Oh, no.
We'll deal with that later. It'll be fine. So, Finias, you let Maevis go off on her own in Waterdeep at 1 o'clock in the morning?
She's a big girl.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Did something about Finias strike you as chivalrous?
No, this is a great night for me. All right, so, Finias, you head back to your Wonder Emporium.
Mm-hmm.
You are not accosted along the way. Everyone leaves you alone. You're a regular. You know the mean streets of Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Maevis, you head off towards the gate to the beggars. Everything's going to be fine.
Yep.
So you get up to the gate. You make it there without being assassinated, murdered, or various other nasties. You see several of the homeless there that are around a fire that they've put inside of some kind of barrel. Most of them are laying around seemingly asleep. There's a couple sitting over near it. Particularly nasty looking individuals that are close to the fire. And seem to perk up when you start coming closer to them.
Okay.
What do you do?
How far are they from me?
You get 30 feet away. You're on the edge of the firelight.
I sealed in.
Mm-hmm. One of them, come on over. Get warm by the fire.
Fozzie? I call out.
You notice the perkiness, like, cuts. That everyone seems to, like, several of them are shying away, kind of trying to ignore you now.
Okay.
One of them that was, hadn't said anything to you yet, and so, what do you need with that name?
I need to get a message to him.
Very well. I might know a guy.
All right. Let him know that we found Cendric and sent him back.
He nods. He clearly doesn't know what that means, but I'll get it to him.
All right, thanks. Just gonna kind of keep my wits about me as I walk away from these guys.
Nobody wants anything to do with you.
Okay.
You said the wrong thing.
Or the right thing.
Depending on your situation, yeah.
Okay.
You head back to your inn then, yes?
Yeah. I want an actual bath.
All right.
Still feel icky despite being clean. Sewer.
You remember your bath at the inn, it's kind of a communal bath. It's not mixed bathing. They have a for males and for females, but that was one thing that was nice about that particular inn.
We can bring in drinks,
Yes.
so I could probably order some kind of wine and take it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. You head in, you go, you get your drink, and you head back to enjoy the baths. There seems to be a gown in one of the other baskets in the opening of the bath, so someone else is already in there. But there's plenty of room.
Okay. Go in.
Kind of odd for this late at night, but it's definitely got to be some kind of a night owl.
Okay.
You go in, and you see sitting, relaxing in the bath, a rather pale elven individual that you recognize from seeing a few days before, and also from the note of if something happens a week beforehand, make sure to grab this individual and bring them out of the city. If you remember that on the instructions. Somehow she's tied to that mysterious master.
Yeah.
You're not sure of anything else. But she's sitting in there all by herself. What do you do? Oh, and Lilith, another elf just walked into the bath holding a bottle of wine and a glass.
Okay. Now, just so I know, is this the same night that she stabbed the guy in the alley, or is this a different night?
This is actually, no, this is the same night.
Okay.
Getting cleaned up from that mess.
That makes
Pre-alley
sense.
stabbing or post-alley stabbing?
This is post-alley stabbing. I'm back from the stabbing.
That's how I measure my timeline.
I gotta make
Before I murdered all the people or after I murdered all?
It
Yeah.
was just 2 guys. And they attacked me first.
This is true. Slip it right in.
Miss?
Madam?
Tells you to get the hell out.
Oh.
You look. There's room for like.
Beggars.
There's room for like 12 people in here, and she's like just sprawled like shoot.
Little beggars everywhere in this place. I don't have any food for you. Go away.
Care for some fine wine? I hold the bottle up.
Oh, I would never turn that down. Bring it on.
I hand her the bottle.
I'm assuming you don't have cups or anything like that, because if so, she's just going to drink straight from the bottle.
I already poured myself a glass. I'm sitting there with a glass.
She'll take a swig.
When you're thinking about that, Maevis, are you really wanting a glass right then? Like really badly?
Am I wanting a glass?
Yeah, a second glass.
You know what? Probably crossed my mind that I wish I had a second glass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad because you haven't held it yet. I just had to scare you for a second. I'm sorry.
The goblet. No, bye.
Yeah. It's somebody else's problem right now.
Yep. So, yeah, I sip at my wine, hand her the bottle.
All
I
right.
honestly didn't expect anyone to be up this late. Busy night?
Yeah, you could say that. How about you? Usually there's no one up at this night, or this late, rather.
No, I'd say it's pretty much like any other night.
I don't really catch you around the inn that often. I think we're neighbors. I stay in the room on, blah, blah, blah.
She's in the,
Yeah, and I'm a blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, the room
she's in the
there.
room directly next to you. You're in room 1, she's in room 2.
There you go.
Yeah, you are neighbors.
I'm new to town.
I've just been here a couple weeks myself.
I'm assuming she's only been here for what, like a couple days?
Yeah.
Okay. I only just got here a few days ago. Is it a nice town? I really haven't had a chance to explore it.
Some parts of it.
I guess you gotta watch those dark alleys, huh? Never know
Seems
who will
so.
pop out.
No, sure not. Why, you have trouble with some of the locals?
Oh, no trouble at all. Nothing I can't handle. But I did notice that some of them appeared to be a bit ill. Is that normal?
No, that's not normal for here. I guess there's been a problem with the plague in the last several months.
Oh, there's a plague. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
What kind of plague is this? Because it was bad. looking.
Magical.
Oh, well, that's not good either, is it? Well,
Not sure if we handled it or not. Could be done now. Not sure.
oh, are you a warrior of some kind?
No? Musician?
But are you? Do you doctor on the side? You said you're handling it, so.
Well, some of my friends and I, we kind of handled it.
Oh,
I'm just more of
motivator.
yeah, or a spellcaster. You know, I cast the occasional spell. I'm not. I had a little bit of training, but not too much.
I see. Is this whole plague issue something that's been progressively growing?
Nope. Seems like it's been the same for the last several months, at least what we found out. Seems like whenever you remove it, it goes on someone else. And there's no way to tell who it goes on. So mostly the poor quarter seems to be affected.
That doesn't sound very fun, does it? Now, DM, does she know... Did she know way back when what the date was? And does she know what the date is now?
She hasn't found the date now, but she knew what it was, yes.
Shit. Where's my drive? Because I don't know the date.
Tell him the date, because I'm about to...
I had a thing. Give me a second. Give me 1 second.
It's the day after St. Swithin's Day.
Hey, it's...
Exactly.
Okay, I'm good.
I know this may sound a bit strange. I've just been traveling a lot, so I can't seem to keep up with anything. What's the date today?
It's probably, I don't know, around the 25th of Tarsak. Somewhere around there, I think. I was in like the sewers recently, and I don't really know how long. Maybe a day down there.
That's definitely a few months off from what you remember.
Do I know what those mean? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a few months off of what you remember.
Is this the correct year? Okay. I don't know if this is the correct year. Is it supposed to be around 1500?
Yep.
Okay.
1500 and something, I can't remember.
Because this is 1492.
So I think, is that what it's saying on there?
Yeah.
We'll have to go with it then. I thought that was 15 something, but
we could.
1492.
I can't remember because I don't know if you changed it, but you may have.
I intended to go ahead of current timeline, so.
Then that would be 15 something, I think.
So let's go 1502. That's nice.
Okay.
Write it down. I'll forget.
I put it there.
Okay. So it's 1502, which, Lilith, you'll remember the last year, I believe, was 1350 something.
So it's been a minute.
It's a couple of months off so far. No one's talked about years. You're doing fine.
Okay, so for all she knows, it's the same year, but different month.
Yeah, you're missing a few months, obviously.
Okay. That's not so bad. You know, it seems like plagues around here are always a problem. First it was the exploding hearts, now it's the people falling apart in the alleys. It makes no sense to me.
That's fun.
When was the exploding hearts thing?
1350 some. Over 150 years ago.
Well, I mean, like, one plague every 100 and so years isn't so bad.
Pardon me?
What? It's not that often. I mean, it's only like once every hundreds or so years.
That's right. Yes, you're right. Every 100 or so years. Like I said, it's just one after the other. Just it's going out of control. Somebody ought to do something about this.
Well, I mean, you are an elf, so like, what's time to you, right?
I suppose so. She'll sit there and she's kind of thinking to herself, damn.
There was that strange sensation when you were shocked by that. There was this pounding in your chest. It was really weird.
Me?
Yeah.
The heart's not going to blow up, is it?
No. It was just shock. And the fact that it's actually working now. That's unusual.
That's new. You know, you said you've been here for a while. Do you know the area very well?
I've spent most of my time around Moondell. It's a little bit east of here. Northeast, mostly.
I had heard someone talking about a possible magic type shop, something like Nasif's Wonder Emporium. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
I may know him, yes.
Oh, I just was trying to steer myself in the right direction. I've seemed to have lost many of my items and need to replenish.
Oh, you're looking to buy.
Possibly.
Can I just want to do a insight on that, Sragg, to see if that's actually what she'd like.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. With your check, you've determined that she is out to kill you all and take your no. What? That's a pretty good check. What's going on with that, Cindy?
She really wants to check on.
I'm just trying to figure out if you're trying to lie to me
About what?
seeing Nasif.
Oh no! So far she hasn't lied about anything. She heard the name in passing and she has no idea who the person is. She's never seen him before. She just knows that's the name of the building.
I know, but I've never met you.
Yeah. So that's what you've got so far now. Is she's looking for him?
You're being honest.
Yeah. She's actually being honest for once.
Yeah, I could introduce you. I know him.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. Do you think you could take me tomorrow?
Sure thing. When?
Anytime. When
you said you need to meet him at a shop, yes?
Well, I just assume that's where he keeps most of his goods.
Right. That's usually where he keeps his goods. I'm supposed to meet him at the Yawning Portal tomorrow. So we'll have to get up fairly early, I guess.
I mean, if you don't mind the tag along, I can go with you, and perhaps he'd be willing to go later. It doesn't have to be any specific time. I'm rather flexible.
All right. Well, if you come with me to the Yawning Portal tomorrow after you get up, I'll wait for you downstairs if you're not awake by then.
Sure. Sounds good.
Right.
Does the water look red tinted at all from the blood she had to wash away? I'm just curious.
No, there's too much water. It dissipated pretty well.
Good.
So what brings you to this area?
Just traveling.
You know any dwarves? You ever met any dwarves?
I've met dwarves.
Yeah?
Yes. I have a very special friend, dwarf of mine. His name is Charles.
Oh, okay. Nice fellow, I assume?
Oh, he's lovely. No, he doesn't really talk to anybody else. In fact, he's gotten quite quiet here recently. It's quite sad.
Did he come with you to town?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. And he hasn't said a word to you since he came to the town?
No, not a word. It's very sad. I think he's mad at me. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. I really should probably take him to someone to be looked at. He's not normally this quiet.
Well, Nasif might be able to help you.
Maybe. Is Nasif a dwarf as well?
No, he's a human.
Oh, good.
He's a man. I don't know if that's...
Just asking.
Yeah. He's alright.
You don't like him?
No,
No?
He's a tough read. Sometimes he does nice things, and... Well, I don't know. It seems like he's always trying to make a buck, but... he's always doing nice things, so it's difficult. Like I said, he's hard to read.
Little bit of a swindler, then.
Well, I don't know if he swindles anyone. Seems like he's always following through with what he says they do. Never really seen him lie.
You must be an excellent judge of character.
Of course.
Ooh, excellent, Josh.
You seem to have been very stressed today. Are you sure you're all right?
No, I was just thinking about my friend.
Did someone get hurt?
Terribly. Not today. It was like a week or two ago.
Were they just badly injured or deceased?
A bit of both. Got run over by a cart.
That's a good way to go. Were they just in the wrong place at the wrong time?
It's hard to tell. It seems like it, but I don't know. Between us, I feel like maybe there was something else going on in that town.
Foul play?
I don't know. It was weird. It was like something else was calling to her.
Sounds like a lot of strange things happen around you.
It seems like that recently.
Well, perhaps you will be a friend I'll want to keep around for a while.
Maybe.
I find the strange keeps things from getting too dull.
Yeah.
Though being ran over by a cart wouldn't exactly be the excitement I'm looking for, but I'll make sure and look both ways before crossing the street. Very sorry for your loss, by the way.
Thank you. Not much we could do.
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's no coming back from that. But then
No.
you never know.
Stranger things have happened.
We seem to be quite stressed. I will leave you to your bath and your wine, and I hope you have a pleasant evening, and thank you for sharing. I greatly appreciate it. She'll hand you the bottle back.
Thanks. You don't have to go. You can stay. I mean...
Oh no, I should probably get some rest anyway.
All right.
Do you
Fair
have
enough.
a specific time you wake up in the morning? I don't want to
No.
keep you waiting.
Not really. Naisif usually doesn't get up before noon.
Ah, okay. Understood. Well, then I will see you when I see you tomorrow.
Right.
All right.
She gets her gown and goes back to her room.
Very good. So, is that it for your evening, Maevis?
Tavern's quite empty by this point, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's going to be it for my...
All right.
I'll just sit in here for a while, drink a little bit longer, and then go to bed.
Sounds like a plan. What did you do when you got back to your shop, Finias?
I want to know what's inside the bag.
I thought you might never ask. You opened the bag. It seems to be a rather small bag. You notice that it seems to hold more than it should.
Woo! It appears to be a bag of holding.
It appears to be a bag of holding.
I will turn it inside out.
All right. You dump out the contents inside the bag. You got a pen, something to write something with here?
Yeah.
All right. You have a rather impressive looking rapier with rubies set in the hilt.
Ooh.
A rather fanciful suit of clothes. A crystalline lute.
Ooh.
A ring of unknown use. And quite a bit of money. Also some kind of cloak.
Cool. How much money?
You're going to tally it up real quick and come to 400 platinum pieces.
Holy shit.
With inside a small pouch that was with that, with a note that says traveling expenses.
Oh, is this Syndrix?
You can assume.
Yeah. Yeah, he won't be needing it.
All right. And we've got that written down.
Yep.
So the plan for you to meet up in the morning, everyone's going to meet over there. I think we're at a good spot.
Yep.
Shall we wrap up?
Yippers. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back sometime before 2020. Maybe. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, and then you'll know when we post all our videos, or it's the bell. Push some buttons or something. And we'll see you in a bit. Bye.